All right, welcome. Welcome to Watching with Styles. Look, y'all, as I've said, if you have watched my BB breakdowns for this week, I guess, you would know that I used to call it Twitter. I'm gonna call it X now because I have to pay for service. So since I have to pay for service, I'm gonna make the most out of this. At least for now. I'm talking that smack now, but then next week might not be as plentiful, but we'll see. So there's something. Let's just get to the crux of the matter. There's something that bothers me. I'm gonna throw it up right now. Let me throw it up right now. I'm getting old, y'all, so I have to put my readers on. So look, y'all. This ranking bothers me. And this is why it bothers me. Is because we don't get the benefit of the damn doubt ever. When's the last time we have gotten the benefit of the doubt going into the next season? I should come more prepared. I don't. Because I just talk off the cuff. And this thing bothered me so much that I just had to come broadcast. It wasn't a planned broadcast. I don't think any of my broadcasts are really planned. But this wasn't a planned broadcast. Let me look at the SEC football standings from last year. So I can get, because I don't like people to come back at me and say I was wrong, which I'm wrong a lot probably. But I want to get these true rankings, the true results. Can I get it without being East and West? Ooh. All right. Like I said, we finished 7-6 last year. 3-5 in conference. Auburn finished 3-5. Texas A&M finished 4-4. Oklahoma. Tennessee finished 4-4. Missouri had a really good year, 6-2. Ole Miss finished 6-2. Then the big boys. All right, y'all. So this is what benefit of the doubt means. Now I'm gonna say, let me think. I'm gonna say honestly, these three, no problem with. Georgia, Alabama, Texas, can't argue. There's nothing I can argue about. But let's go from the closest ones to us to probably to Missouri. I might tempt to go to Ole Miss. I might. Let's see how this goes. Auburn. Why is Auburn slated above us? Give me one good reason why Auburn media sees them ahead of us. What did they do last year? What did they do in the offseason to warrant being ahead of us? A lot of fans say, well, a lot of UK fans say, well, that's probably where we should be, and we just got to prove them wrong. Fuck that. What? Why don't we get the benefit of the doubt? Why don't we get, well, it's Kentucky. They have the last 5 years, last 6 years, played good SEC football. What has Auburn done? Is it because Hugh Freeze is now calling offensive plays? Is that it? Is that defense going to be gravely better? I mean, they did. Nah, I'm gonna keep it clean. I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna be petty. I'm not gonna be petty. I'm not gonna be petty. Uh, they got a lot of transfers on that team. I'm looking at the depth chart now. They got a lot of them. I'm looking at defensively. They are old. Their starting 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them are transfers. The backups, 8 of them are transfers. Yeesh. Offensively, they got a whole new set of receivers and a brand new left tackle. I mean, what warrants them to be ranked ahead of us? Texas A&M. Brand new coach, brand new system, brand new situation. That should say it all. That says it all to me. What in Texas A&M is probably in the toughest division. Now let's see what Texas A&M's schedule is like. Texas A&M is in the West. That, in recent history, is the toughest side of the SEC. I mean, if you think about it, Texas A&M is in the side with, I can't remember what, Texas is on the other side. But let's just say this. So Texas A&M is with Bama, 1, 2, 3 of the top 5 are on their side. But I don't know who Texas A&M plays. All right, Texas A&M leads with Notre Dame, McNeese, Florida, Bowling Green, Arkansas, Missouri, Mississippi State, LSU, South Carolina, New Mexico State, Auburn, and Texas. Okay. Huh. Hold on. Okay. All right. Look, I still don't see it. But how the hell does Texas A&M avoid Alabama and Georgia? Texas A&M avoids Alabama and Georgia. That's interesting. But they still got to play Texas, LSU, Missouri. They play them at home, though. They play Florida on the road. So, in this ranking, see, now I would like to see, right, Steve, we really returned, I think, 10 starters on defense, right? Who did we lose? Trevin? Drew Phillips. But actually, I'll give you Trevin. I'll give you Trevin and Drew Phillips. All right. So we are returning 9. I give you that. That's right. So, Texas A&M, I still don't see it. New system, new coach. Don't see it. Oklahoma, they did lose Dylan Gabriel, though. But okay, I give you that. Now, Tennessee is an interesting one. And I get clowned about Tennessee. No doubt. Tennessee won 11 games with Hendon Hooker. They came back down to earth with 9 last year. 9 wins at Tennessee isn't a great year. I mean, this is not Kentucky. This is Tennessee. Double-digit wins is when you go, okay, that's a good season with Tennessee. I'm not sure Tennessee wins 9 games this year. I'm not, like, benefit of the doubt. So Tennessee is getting benefit of the doubt when they got to replace their secondary is young. Now, I'm not sure, but I think their D-line or O-line will be good. But the receivers were not good last year. So what is going to make them better this year? They were not as good as they were with Hendon Hooker. Look at Tennessee football schedule. Chattanooga, NC State. NC State game is going to be interesting. That's going to say a lot. Oklahoma, Arkansas, Florida, which the team they lost to last year. They lost to Florida last year. Alabama, us, Mississippi State. So how the hell Tennessee gets Alabama and Georgia? Tennessee gets Alabama and Georgia. And they play Alabama before us. Interesting. That's almost sandwiched in between the Georgia game. Interesting. That NC State game is going to say a lot. And they got a new starting quarterback. Quarterback that started one game last year in the bowl game against an Iowa team that didn't have their full squad. I guess we trust Tennessee. Missouri. Missouri had a good year after. Did Missouri have back to back? Was Missouri like 12-14 and Drink's first 2 years there? I'm pretty sure they were 6-7, 6-7. Someone can look it up for me. You know what? I just said that I don't like to be wrong. So why would I just leave that out for someone to come and watch this and be like, when in modern day technology, you can just click on your phone and they were 6-7, 6-7. So they were 12-14. So is that last year a fluke year? Huh? Or are we sure that Mizzou is going to stack up another year on top of last year? Is that now? I do remember hearing that their schedule is pretty damn weak. So let me look at it. I think Missouri gets ranked higher because, Stephen just beat me to it. So they play Murray State, Buffalo, Boston College, Vanderbilt. Okay, so them first 4 games they should win. But then they got to go play Texas A&M. Then they play UMass. I'm going to tell you something, y'all. This is when it gets interesting, y'all. So the schedule can be a blessing and a curse at the same time. Okay, what happens here, right? Missouri can get some momentum. They can get fat and happy, get nice. Because of those first, they play 3 non-conference games back to back to back. Who is their 4th non-conference? Oh, Missouri. They play UMass. So they go 3 non-conference, then they play Vandy. You know Vandy. Then they have a hard game, then they play UMass. But then they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 SEC games in a row. I think we learned last year how difficult that is to play 6 SEC games in a row. I think we learned in 2020 how hard it is to play a full SEC schedule with no non-conference games. When you get your non-conference games out the way early, you better be healthy late. Because when you got to go to Mississippi State, maybe not at full strength, and then play Arkansas, maybe not at full strength, that might be a time to get upset. So for me, Missouri lost both corners. I think they lost a safety too. Let me check to be sure. I know they lost Rakestraw and the guy whom I actually thought was on par with Rakestraw or maybe better. Oh, jeez. I can't think of his name right now. And that's the thing, y'all. I watch a lot of football, but I watch a lot of Kentucky football. And I don't watch all the other teams in depth and try to keep up with players and this and that. I watch football, and I watch Missouri play a lot. I just don't remember. Yeah, I think they're replacing both safeties. So the secondary the secondary is not used to the scheme. And even if they were, they got a new coordinator. They got a new coordinator. Now, offense gets Luther back, but Luther didn't do shit against us last year. But that defense, hell, for all the lovers of drink and who are drinking the drinks Kool-Aid, last year was his first year hitting on a defensive coordinator. And now he's gone. He said, I want to go to LSU. Drink first 2 years. That defense wasn't very good. He missed on defensive coordinator hires. He hit on one last year. Not only did he hit on one, he had kind of experience in the secondary. Now he loses that guy, and then loses 2 best corners. We know how it is to lose 2 corners. Check out the Clemson game. So now they are slated to finish 6th. LSU has to bring in a new quarterback. Now I know Nussmeier has been here for a minute, almost transferred. I think he's a good quarterback. So I'm going to leave LSU alone. I'm thinking off the cuffs, y'all. I might put LSU in front of Ole Miss. I think I would put Ole Miss under LSU. Because I think I trust LSU's talent. I trust Brad Kelly, even though I probably trust Lane Kiffin more than I trust Brad. That's a hard one. So that 4 or 5 to me is locked down. I'm gonna give that. I probably would switch it, but that's a hard one. When you lose, how many yards Junkins has had the last 2 years? 1,000 yards plus a season, 1,200 yards plus a season. You lose him. I know Bentley is a solid running back, but man, he is not. He's not cute. And I think they lose a little bit there. Let's see what that defense does next year. But LSU getting Perkins back, man, it's hard. That one was hard. But for me, us at 11 is a kick in the teeth. I just don't see it. Again, why don't we get benefit of the doubt? We're returning pretty much the whole defense. We're getting a 5-star quarterback, not just from anywhere, from Georgia. We're getting Dumas Johnson from Georgia. I mean, we're returning 2 damn good receivers on paper. Now, if you want to talk about the O-line, then I would give you something to talk about. But Auburn, Texas A&M, this is going to be Oklahoma first time having to face, like I just said with Missouri having to play 6 SEC games in a row. This is going to be Oklahoma first time having to play SEC schedule. It's going to be a bitch. There's no Kansas and Iowa States and Texas Techs on this schedule. There's no time to get yourself healthy on this schedule. Not in SEC. And here's the thing. Tennessee's quarterback is going to have me believe before I get Tennessee that high. So, do I think we should be number 6? Nah, I'm not that crazy. I'm not that crazy. But if you have us at number 11 in this conference, that means you see us at, is that 2 and 6? Or you think that's 3 and 5? Someone correct me on this, because those, one of Georgia, whoever finished number 1 is probably gonna be 8-0. Then you're probably gonna have 2 6-2s. Then you're probably gonna have 1 5-3. Those are 2 5-3s. It depends on how everybody. Let's say you get 1 8-0, 2 6-2s. Let's go 2 5-3s. Then you probably get to 4-4s. So then you got us finished. If you got us finished 11th, that's close to 2-6. You have us finishing 2-6 in conference. That's why the 11th rank has me. That is 2-11. I mean 2-6 in conference. I don't think we go 2-6 in conference. That's why I have a problem with us as number 11. Now, I don't know Oklahoma's schedule. I just look at some of these other people's schedule. I don't know. But I think at worst we finish 3-5. I think 3-5 gets you to 8 or 9. I think we are 8 or 9. I don't agree with 6 and 7. After seeing Texas A&M schedule, they might be 6 or 7. Auburn, no. I see us worse 3-5. I think a 3. I'm pretty comfortable saying 3-5 push you at 8 or 9. I don't think people understand. To finish 500 in this conference means you're beating some really good teams. So I see us at 8, 9. I see us really with a possibility of getting number 6. I see us with a possibility to finish 5-3 in conference. I really do. Now that all depends on that O-line. That's where my that's where I get uncomfortable. The O-line. Can we produce O-line wise to be able to run the ball, which is you have to run the ball. If you want to protect your quarterback, you have to be able to run the ball. And if we're able to run the ball, I feel good about this season. I feel good enough to say we should win 8 to 9 games. If we win 8, I think we're 4-4 in conference. If we 9, we're 5-3 in conference. And if we're 5-3 in conference, we are probably number 7 at the end of the year. And that's where I really see us. I don't see us at 2-6. Because that's what number 11 is, 2-6 in my book. But why, again, don't we get the benefit of the doubt? Why does Auburn get the benefit of the doubt? Why does Texas A&M get the benefit of the doubt? I don't get it. Why do we have to keep proving year after year after year after year who we are? What the fuck Auburn has done the last 5 years? As Stoops said, we have been to 8 consecutive bowl games. That's not common in this conference. So why don't we get the benefit of past year's success? That's what I don't like. And I think this program deserves the benefit of the doubt. Fans are clamoring because we won 7 games last year. Shit. 7 games last year. 7. And I guarantee you, if Will Levis plays in the bowl game, we win 8. Not that year, the previous year. Last year, the woulda, coulda, shouldas. If we don't lose both our corners, we win 8. So 8-5, 8-5, I guess feels better than 7-6. I get it. But why don't we get the benefit of the doubt? That's all I'm asking. Why don't we get the benefit of the doubt? With the returning production we have on defense, I don't see how we don't win 8. And I'm not one of those people who would rather be proven wrong and be pessimistic. That's not how I roll. I talk like I see it. And I honestly see 8 wins. If we don't win 8 games, I'm gonna pull up our schedule again. If we don't win 8 games, then I'm pissed. And I'm not pissed very often off of the execution of 18 to 20, 24-year-olds now. Southern Miss, South Carolina, Georgia, Ohio, Ole Miss, Vandy, Florida, Auburn, Tennessee, Murray State, Texas, and Louisville. All right, y'all. So now we got a chance where we do get some breakups in between these games, these SEC games. That can help. That Murray State game can be huge for us. I don't know who Texas plays before us. Let me see Texas schedule if I can pull it up easily. Who does Texas play before us? Texas plays Arkansas. Okay. Yeah. Oh, but they play Texas A&M after us. That can be to our advantage. That can be to our advantage. Looking ahead. So the schedule is the schedule. This schedule is no different than last year's schedule. We just lose Bama and add Texas. That's it. Who do we play? We lose Mississippi State and grab Auburn. Come on. Steven, I'm not sure getting Georgia anytime is going to help. I don't see it. I'm sorry, Steven. I want to be on the upper level of positivity, but I just don't see it. I'm sorry, Steven. But getting Texas late can help. And only getting Texas late can help because they have to play an SEC schedule for the first time, and let's see how healthy they are. Now, if they're healthy, Texas beat us. But if they beat up, that's where you can go still win in Austin. But I don't see that. I'm going to say this. As someone who lives in the South, from the South, lives in the South. That's going to be what, like a November game? Is that a Thanksgiving game? Or that's a Thanksgiving game? It's going to be hot. It's going to be 80 degrees, 60, 70% humidity. If it's a noon game or anytime when the sun is up hot, it's going to be a disadvantage. A big disadvantage. Now, we can play them at night when it cools down a little bit. That can help. But we play them anytime. If we play a 2:30 game, 2:30. It'd be 2:30 here. If you play a 2:30 game, you play an 11 a.m. game, When it's cool in Lexington, it's hot as hell here. So that can be a problem. But if Texas beat up, I like our chances late against Texas than early against Georgia. That's just being real. I see us definitely losing 3 games, y'all. And that's no slight. I'm gonna give us Georgia, Texas, and one of the Tennessee Ole Miss. That's what I definitely have us at. History says we don't play well in Knoxville. Although 2020 we did spank that ass. But I don't see us playing well at Neyland. We just haven't in history. 2018 we should have whipped that ass and we didn't. So I just don't. It just historically you're gonna have to prove it to me. So I don't see us playing well there, but we have played well in the Grove. So I see us beating Ole Miss and losing to Tennessee yet again. If I'm a bet man, that's what I'm putting down. We lose to Georgia, we lose to Tennessee, we lose to Texas. Those are the games I got us losing. So again, I'm gonna go back to this. This poll pisses me off. Because why can't we be number 7? or number 8. Why? That's the part. That's the part that I'm really upset about, because I'm sick of every damn fucking year we got to prove people wrong. I'm sick of it. I think we have earned the ability to not have to prove people wrong. Go by our history the last few years. Go by our history the last few years. That's all I'm saying, y'all. I'm not asking much. I'm not asking for much. Ooh. I'm not asking for much. So that's all I got, y'all. I hope y'all enjoy y'all TGIF. Have a great weekend. And I guess I'll probably see y'all next week sometime. All right? Y'all take care. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm screaming on Instagram. Oh no, I'm not. I didn't go live. I don't know, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit me up. YouTube, Twitter. What else am I on? Twitch. All that good stuff. I gotta get on TikTok, but I'm kind of old, y'all. But I'm gonna get there. So hit that subscribe button so when I broadcast, you'll get the notification. All right, your boy's out.